Okay, yesterday, what did we talk about in class, guys? In math class, what did we find? We found volume of a regular shaped rectangular prism. Well, today what we're going to talk about is we are going to continue to find volume. So at the end of this lesson, we're going to know how to find volume of an irregular shaped rectangle, and we're also going to, or rectangular prism. We're also going to know how to combine volumes. So in front of you, you have this same worksheet that I have on the board, okay? This is a funky looking shape, right? But it is easy, it's an easy way to find volume. Who's ever taken a knife and cut off a piece of bread? Okay? Who's ever taken a knife and cut off like a steak or chicken or, you know, cut a piece of cake or something like that? Okay, well that's kind of what we're going to do today. We're going to cut this figure in half. There are two separate ways that I can cut this figure in half, okay? I could take and I can cut this figure here, okay? Or I could take and cut this figure that direction, okay? I'm going to choose, and y'all get you a color pencil or a highlighter or something like that out of you need two colors, okay? We're going to need two colors. You have them in your baskets in the center of the table. You can use crayons, whatever you've got there in front of you. You just need two separate colors. It can be a red pen and a pencil. I don't care. You just need two separate colors. Okay. I'm going to choose to divide mine. And I want you to do exactly the same thing with me. We're going to take and we're going to cut it right there. Do y'all remember yesterday when I talked about blocks, you know, the figures that we were counting blocks? And I said, if Miss Stroop is 5 feet in the air, am I levitating or is there going to be something underneath me? Something underneath you. Well, same thing with these figures we're going to work with today, okay? It's kind of like, has anybody ever seen a birthday cake or a wedding cake that was more than one tier? And you had things sitting on top of things? Okay, well, that's what's happening here when we divide this figure up. We have two figures setting, one will be on top of the other. Okay, if you notice, everybody take your pencil and draw the line right there. Exactly where I drew my line. Now it's like we have two Christmas presents. We have a shirt box sitting on the bottom. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The shirt boxes that when you see the box, you go, oh, somebody's got me some clothes. You know what I'm talking about. And then you get those weird shaped boxes and you're like, cha-ching, this is going to be a toy, right? Or this is going to be something I really want. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Nobody wants a pair of underwear or something for Christmas, and that's what comes in those shirt boxes usually. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. So, okay. Now, what I want you to do is we are going to color lightly. I'm even using my highlighter. I'm going to take and I'm going to color in everything below my red line, my front figure. Just like that. So everybody go ahead and color yours in. Okay? Now, pick a different color. I don't care which color you use. You know, Miss Stroop's got to have a fun color, so there we go. All right, now, we're going to color everything from the red line up the other color. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Y'all can tell that I'm not staying in the lines. So just let's get that colored in. Okay, when you're done coloring those in, put down your crayons and your highlighters and look up at me so I know you're finished. Now, can you see that we have two separate figures? Can everybody see that we have two separate figures? I have a yellow box and a pink box. I don't know what colors you colored, and that's fine. But I have a yellow box and a pink box, okay? So now, what we've got to find is we've got to find our length, our width, and our height for both boxes, okay? So now we're not finding the area for one big, huge figure. We're finding the area for two figures, and then we're going to combine them. So let's start on our bottom box, okay? Let's start on our bottom box. Our length is what? 4 centimeters. Very good. So I'm going to say 4 times. All right. Before we go any further, let's go right here to the 7 centimeters and mark it out. The reason we mark out that 7 centimeters is when we divide that number, when we divide that box in half, neither one of those boxes are 7 centimeters anymore. That was the entire figure, okay? So we take and we mark out that 7 centimeters because it's gone. It no longer exists, okay? Everybody with me? Everybody understand what it is? Okay. All right. All right, so now we're ready to do this. We've got it. It is 4 yes, love.
On one side of the yellow box, it's 4 centimeters on it, and on the other side, it's 6 centimeters.
And I'm going to explain that. Hold on one second. Good question, then. Okay. All right. The reason it's 6 centimeters right here, this entire line that goes all the way to the back of the box is 6 centimeters. If you look at this line, before we divided them up, it stopped right there. And the box went up. But now that we have cut the top off and moved it away, all we have is that big box in the back, okay? So let's take and mark out that one also. Good catch, Allie. Okay, so it's gone. Okay, everybody with me? Because we are looking, the 4 centimeters was just the little front part. It was just the little front part right here. I wish I could point to this and y'all could see me pointing, but it was just this part right here, okay? Well, now that we took and cut our box here, it goes all the way to the back, okay? Everybody with me? Okay. Now, we have, it is 4 centimeters long, it is 6 centimeters wide, and it is how many centimeters tall right here? 2. Very good. So we're just ready to multiply now. We have 6 times 4. What's 6 times 4? 24 times 2 is? All right, so the front, but what do we got to do? Cubic centimeters, right? So our front box, or the bottom box, is 48 centimeters, cubic centimeters. But are we finished? No, we are not finished. Why are we not finished? We got to do the top box. We got to do the top box. Okay, now, we have all the numbers we need right up here on the top. Okay? I'm going to change my color. This side is the height of the box, because remember, we're just looking at my pink box, or whatever color your box was, okay? The yellow box is gone now. We picked that box up. You know when grandmother or you're at your mom and dad's house or wherever, and they bring in presents sometimes, they've got them stacked on top of each other? Well, we've picked this top present up, and we've moved it off, okay? So now we're just looking at what I circled in green, or what I outlined in green. How long is this box across the top? 4 centimeters. How wide is this box?
2 centimeters.
And how tall is this box? 5 centimeters. So now, what do I know I have to do? Multiply. What's 4 times 2?
8.
Times 5?
40.
40 cubic centimeters. Okay. But are we finished?
No.
No. We have found the volume of both separate boxes. I want to know the volume of the entire box. Okay? So I'm going to say 48 plus 40. 8 plus 0. 8. Very good. 4 plus 4. 8. So our answer would be 88 cubic centimeters. So this box, or this figure, is 88 cubic centimeters is the volume. Okay? Does everybody understand that? First of all, how did we say we found volume? Volume, length. Make sure you have written that down. Times width times height. Make sure you've written that down there. Yes, question. Okay, because why didn't we multiply it? Very good. Because you had found the volumes of the two boxes. And I want to know all the volume together. So when I say the word all together, what does that tell me I need to do? Add them. Very good. Because if you had done that, you would have been finding the area of something that, it would be way too much. So all you do to combine them is you just separate them into two figures. You find the volume for each figure, and then you add those two volumes together. Yes, ma'am? Yes, if I cut it the other way, I would have different numbers to work with, but I would still get the same answer. Yes, good question. All right, so hold on one second.